My dear people of Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. It has been 3 weeks of mourning, 3 weeks of teeth gnashing, 3 weeks of agony, 3 weeks of pain to see what our people are going through, what you on ground zero are going through, what our people in Lebialem County, in Bui County, in Manyo County, in Fako County, what our people are going through. We have seen the enemy at work, and he has given us all the reasons that we needed, if we needed any more, to fuel our determination to go home. But dear people, before we get into this Sunday's message, I want, on behalf of the Governing Council, on behalf of the Chairman of Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia Governing Council, Chairman Sisiko, to thank you for your steadfastness and your commitment, for your resolve, to thank you for your bravery, to thank you for your courage, to thank you for standing up against evil. It is a proper thing to do, to reject evil at all times. Your resolve, your courage, your determination will be rewarded and will soon be rewarded by the Almighty God. 2 days ago, we saw the new methods Yaoundé is deriving to destroy the struggle, to kill our people. Now they use their military trucks, like we have seen terrorists do in France and other European countries, to run into our people, crush us down, kill us. Dear people, these are signs that the enemy is desperate and that his time is near. You have all seen how President Paul Biya has escaped from his country, La République, and has taken refuge in Switzerland, where he spends the people's money. That is another sign that Yaoundé does not know what to do. But God's time is approaching fast. And when that time approaches, when that time comes, even all the army in Yaoundé and in France will not be able to stand God's army. Dear people, we have heard your complaints from the ground about the way forward, communication. It is very difficult for us to communicate, but I pray that you will be able to hear us even as our heart speaks to you when we are unable to talk to you because of internet cuts, because your dishes, SCBC dishes, satellite dishes have been pulled down and destroyed. Our hearts will get to you, and the heart of God will communicate to you, and you will hear us. And I believe you are hearing us. Quite a handful of people are getting discouraged because information is not coming, and the presence of citizens of La République in our cities who have resolved to send their children to school is getting many of our people discouraged, and we are getting news that schools are opening in the cities. We expect city dwellers to be more civilized, to be more knowledgeable, have better information. But how comes that the cities are collapsing when the villages are standing strong? The answer is clear. Our cities have been diluted by La République citizens, wives and children of gendarmes and soldiers and traders who have decided to come and take hostage our nation. But dear people, I come to you this day with an appeal from my heart and from the heart of the struggle, that this week, beginning tomorrow, October 23, keep your children home. Keep your children home. Keep your children home. The governing council will be meeting, and by the grace of God and His leadership and guidance, we will be able to give clear directives for the struggle. The Secretary General of the United Nations, we are told, is coming to La République, and we are pushing and telling him that his visit to La République on this crisis would mean nothing if he does not visit the southern Cameroons, see the people who have been maimed, visit the graves, visit the hospitals, visit the mass graves, meet with even our spiritual leaders. If he will not meet the people and hear the story from their mouth, and visit Akwaya to see for himself that the entire village has been flushed out because Chief Justice Ayapol's people must be punished, then he would not have succeeded to do anything, because all Yaoundé will tell him are lies. He needs to go out there and see with his own eyes. And therefore, we are requesting that our people should be on the alert, for we shall be giving further directives as soon as we get confirmed information on his itinerary. Dear people, the struggle is in very serious dire straits. The enemy has greatly infiltrated our ranks. But I am not perturbed, because I know who is in charge. But I ask you once more, that for this week, leading up to the conclave, that our people should pray and fast. Our people should pray and fast, that God will take over that conclave, that His will be done, that His wisdom will guide us, and that the enemy, who is operating through surrogates and mercenaries in our midst, shall be overcome, exposed. We must pray. We must pray and fast. For once must I tell you, this battle is not carnal, and therefore the weapons, the real weapons, will not be carnal. Dear people, pray. For with God, all things are possible. With God, all things are possible. And because He lives, because Jesus lives, because Jehovah lives,